Trinidad's Carnival hosts a one-of-a-kind tradition that invites culture enthusiasts from near and far to the village of Paramin for a unique experience.
And today, Damien Sogren gives us some insight on this in the latest edition of Spotlight Caribbean.
Yours truly, Damien Sogren. So glad to be back in your company and so glad to be here in Trinidad's Carnival. Today, we shine the spotlight on the famous Blue Devils of Paramin. And to give some insight into this annual cultural tradition is Next Level Devils Stefano Meccano. Let's learn some more. This carnival coverage was brought to you by One Caribbean Canada, your Caribbean travel resource. Visit onecaribbeancanada.ca.
So the significance of the Blue Devil is a very traditional masquerader, which is a hyped performance, very intriguing. It is mainly dominated from the histories of Paramin culture. It is widely known through Trinidad and Tobago now, but the main root of the Blue Devil comes from Paramin and our history, which represents one of the stories. We represent St. Michael the Archangel, which is Blue, Blue, God loves you, as a devil.
The Paramin Blue Devils don't only stand out and apart from their black molasses-covered Jab Molassie counterparts due to their difference in color, but they're also driven by the rhythms of tuned pitch oil pans.
The tradition of the Blue Devil is the rhythm that drives the Blue Devil to dance and portray the mass itself. The main rhythm that drives that is the pan. That is the heartbeat of being a Blue Devil. That is what invokes that specific set of movements and screams or anything that would portray a Blue Devil. Once you have that rhythm stuck in your mind, then you can move with any rhythm, you know, because you have that pan stuck instilled in your head. And that is the spirit of the Blue Devil itself.
For Stefano and his fellow compatriots, the motivation to portray the Blue Devil comes from his desire to represent his Paramin community, as well as paying tribute to tradition and the generations of elders that have come before him. He also sees it as his calling.
At this point, I think I was born to be a Blue Devil. That is my calling. I was blessed to be in this tradition, and I'm glad to carry it on in the most proper and prideful way. I'm happy that I've seen generation upon generation carry this mass down authentically, and I'm proud that they are proud of what they see when I represent as a Paramin Blue Devil. The true essence of it is a community that has this tradition that we actually hold dearly, and we instill it in our daily lives as a community. And the passion is what drives me now, just to showcase it to the world.
He touched on the importance of preserving the Blue Devils tradition for future generations to come.
I think it is important that this tradition is preserved because of all the hard work that people did before my time, all the great stories and great performances that there were before my time, the authenticity and that fear factor of the Blue Devils, the evolution of it. We do want to push this culture as far as possible, in the most formal way as possible, in the most authentic way as possible, and we hope it is well received every single time we perform.
This carnival coverage was brought to you by One Caribbean Canada, your Caribbean travel resource. Visit onecaribbeancanada.ca and explore the Caribbean event calendar, a comprehensive list of festivals and events from 25 countries. From Port of Spain, Trinidad, this has been Damien Sogren reporting.